Good morning, everyone. It is 9:29 a.m. on the 27th of May, 2026. Super quick video today because there's really not much to do. The markets are going to be opening in just a few seconds. Look at my open P&L. It's negative 490. Don't worry about that because this number is basically just lying to you. Once the market opens, then we'll see the actual damage, I guess you can say. And don't worry about this number as well. It's gonna keep changing. So right now I do have two strangles going on and one naked put. And oh, it looks like the market is going very, very negative today. So we're gonna go and see why that might be. I do have some puts and calls that I need to basically roll over. So EFR, for example, I want to go and roll that over to July. For HBM, what I am gonna be planning on doing is rolling up the put to the call side, but we may not have to. It looks like things are going a little bit bearish for basically the entire TSX market. We are seeing, let's see, only BN is positive right now, which is interesting. BN is positive, so that should tell you everything you need to know, I guess. So right now, I'm just looking for an opportunity to close the positions. Like I might even close the strangle here. Let's see, like there's stuff that I can still do. Open P&Ls, like basically fluctuating this negative 200. Like I said, the number previously is lying to you. Once the market opens and all the volatility just goes away, that's when you can actually say, okay, this is what the market's going to do or what it's doing, and then react accordingly. So right now we are definitely looking at a most likely just a people waking up to the fact that the U.S.-Iran conflict is still ongoing, and we're not going to be seeing anything very very soon with regards to peace and opening up the street and having everybody buying all kinds of gasoline and being super awesome and everything. So if you're one of those people that says, okay, I'm gonna keep holding, take your profits. It's better to have some profits in your pocket and to make yourself small during volatility. And that's not advice because look, I'm negative 468. And having said that, just remember the disclaimer: don't comment my trades. Investing is risky. Talk to a financial advisor. I am not here to advise you, but I am basically telling myself, yes, if you have profits, take them. And that's why I kept saying, I'm going to go and close these, roll them over, basically make some money out of it, because that's what I'm here to do, increase my income. So if I'm not doing the things that I need to do in order to, progress, then I am not doing myself a very big service. Markets are basically just open for about 2 minutes and 30 seconds, and you can see everything is just going pretty bonkers. Like everything's going red. NXE, that is an interesting stock because I was going to open up a position. I don't have enough. Well, I might. I don't have enough cash to do the trade that I want to do for this particular ticket. Although I might be able to. I do want to get my beak wet, so to speak. BAM, look, it's paying a dividend. When's it paying it? It's paying it in 2 days. Air Canada, I'm surprised people are still flying because price of fuel is going crazy. Speaking about fuel, we have Cenovus here taking a slight dip. It's definitely under pressure. Same with CNQ, which is basically one of those trades that you would buy into in order to cover yourself for the current volatility in the oil market. And let's go to the other options. Okay, so we have a Dollarama, CNR, Bombardier. These are basically all positive. Shopify is positive. I'm a little bit surprised. I would sell a put on Shopify, but in the Canadian market, there's basically no reason to because there's no options volume, and this is 28,000 in like 3 minutes. That's not that much, to be quite honest with you. So let's keep on looking. AIM, that's some mining is not doing too good either. MGBN, MRU, that's another shopping. That's Metro. So that's groceries basically because people gotta eat. You gotta remember that people have to eat. So if you can feed people, you can clothe people, and well, clothing isn't that important because people can go for long periods of time without buying new clothes. But mainly it's feeding people, housing people, and taking care of their health. You take care of those three things, and you can buy stocks that deal with that kind of stuff. You can deal with those three things. You can basically make some decent amount of cash. VFV looks like it's very fairly positive, so that's a good sign. Loblaws, Tourmaline Oil, EFR. Okay, so we're looking at a fairly mixed kind of day, at least for me, from my perspective. Yesterday we had a fairly decent amount of volume for the TSX. We did have some drops, but we did grind up a little bit higher, but we finished negative for the day with regards to the US market, like the NASDAQ, S&P, that kind of stuff. Those were, they rallied just as expected because, peace rally is always good. And that's pretty much all we had. So right now we're looking at everybody just taking profits and rebalancing. Might get into CLS because it is going down below the 490. Might be able to get into that to cover some of my losses from last week, but we'll see. It's nothing that I'm in a hurry to do right now. To be quite honest with you, I'll just let the markets just do what the markets do. And it's 9:35 a.m. Super fast day today. So with regards to the June put and the June strangle, what I am going to do, or at least I'm planning on doing, is basically roll it out to July. Give myself some more time to be correct and to collect a little bit more premium to make up for these losses here. For the CCO, I'm just going to roll the put, and for EFR, I'm going to roll that as well. And I might actually roll up these 24 strangle, so the 24 put up, so I can collect a little bit of money, or I might actually roll up and out. So basically, roll up to the next month and roll out the actual put spread, so make it a little bit wider. So like basically like I might keep 24 and then make it like a 30 call kind of thing, just to collect an extra premium and give myself a little bit more room to be right. That's the plan. Since everything's basically a little bit red, I'm gonna go and probably just look for an opportunity to get into a stock, sell a put, maybe do NXE depending on how the actual maintenance requirement is. Open P&L's 362, 9:36 a.m. That's how fast things are done. If you guys have any questions, just post them down below. If you guys like this type of information, just give us a like. Let's share it with people. If you guys want to keep seeing more of these videos, subscribe. It's great. That's free membership basically. Just to be a subscriber, costs you nothing but a click. And select all notifications so you can get told when I release something new. Something that you may want to take a look at is another playlist that I have here that basically answers questions with regards to trading and managing money, that kind of stuff, and different thoughts and ideas that I have that aren't pertaining to an actual trading day. So check that out, because I do plan on adding more videos to that. It's good information to have. And if you guys like these types of videos and you want to binge watch, see things from the beginning, you can go ahead and check on the playlist that's going to be showing up on your screen pretty soon if it hasn't already. Click on that, take a look. If certain things you have a question about, just post them down in the comment section below, and I'll be able to answer you, or at least make a video so it can be answered in the future. So that's it for me. Thank you for your time. It's 9:37 a.m. Open P&L is 398. Not too shabby. Just gotta let Theta do its thing. In about 2 days, I'll do the June to July, and for July, I'll just hold on to that for a little bit longer. Let Theta do its thing, melt its face off. And the deltas, I should actually cover that right now. With regards to the deltas, 16 deltas is a good time to basically roll up and out or down and out, basically get closer to get more premium. So I'm going to show that to you very quick because it's very interesting. So BlackBerry went down 5%. BlackBerry is actually interesting because it is buying back a lot of its shares. And it's probably going to go private soon. I've seen that before. But hey, if you're into BlackBerry, right now is a good time to get back into it. And let's see, HBM 28 put. I can probably roll that up to like 30 or 32. Let's look at HBM. HBM is currently at 35.95. So right now I don't see any reason why I would do anything like that, other than just to fix the deltas, right? We want to fix the deltas here. Sorry, I was looking at theta. Fix the deltas, but I don't see reason to right now. I'm not in a hurry to do it. In order to fix it, I would have to roll the put up to like 30 deltas or 28 deltas just to make that flat again. And to do that, I'd probably go up to like $30 or $32 on the put, collect a little bit more premium to offset the losses here. but it's a recent trade. I opened it in the 22nd, so it's 5 days old. So it's a little baby. It's a little baby, so it still has time to do its thing and trade back and forth. The only reason I put this particular strangle is because I saw a range for HBM, so I'm expecting it to stay within that range in the next 2 or 3 weeks or so. So it's not that big of a deal. For the EFR, that one's from June, getting very close to basically getting to the time where I have to manage it, and same with CCO. So I'm gonna wait for that time to come, and then I'm just gonna go and roll them over, give myself more time. I am using quite a bit of buying power here. HBM, not as much though. It's about $1,000, which is great. So if you think about it, 163 for $1,000. Hey, we're doing pretty good. And it's not just one lot. My lots are 2 at this point in time, and I will be increasing that as my account grows. But right now, I'm just basically trying to make up for a lot of the losses from previous trade that I had for CLS, which it kind of hurt. It was a very hurtful one. So just keep that in mind if you guys want to see that one. I believe it was done on the 19th of May. Let me just check my calendar here. Yeah, it was the 19th of May. That was a very dark day for me. So you can look at that video and see exactly what happened and how much it really hurt, because it was 1,130. Ask me how I know. Anyhow, that's it for me this time for real. Okay. If you guys have any questions, I already said that. Never mind. Bye for now.